Stop number 14 on the NNSCRA Mello Racing Series brings us to nighttime racing at my home state. Actually, not just my home state, but also home state of Dylan Poteet and Joshua Osborne. As we are here at Kentucky Speedway in Sparta, Kentucky, as we're here today for the running of the Feed the Children 300. It's the 14th stop on the NNSCRA Mello Racing Series. This is just as a former track I used in the Cup Series there, but of course will not return to Cups anytime soon. But thought of using it also for just Mello Yello and maybe for trucks possibly. I'm not sure, but we'll see. As far as Cup Series is concerned, I'm trying to return it back to how it was, with few mile and a halves and short tracks and a mix of. Let's put it that way. So here's the starting line for today's running of the Feed the Children 300. On the pole, it's a couple of Buckeyes though. It's Kyle Matthews and on the pole, and Levi McIntyre on the outside of the front row, qualifying at 192 miles per hour on this racetrack. Second row has a Kentuckian though, Joshua Osborne, number 38, the Great Clips Toyota. He's flanked by Jessica Shelton, number 17, the winner this season at Mid-Ohio in the DeWalt Tools Chevrolet. Third row has Seth Cullen, number 00, and number 98. That's the car of Dougie Shears. Going to row number 4, we see number 45, James Sykes. He won the season at Richmond. He's flanked by number 34, Al Lagacy. Row 5 has number 2, Dylan Young, and number 77, Stephen Colon. Going to row number 6, it's Paul Minnick in number 87, and number 3, Cole Deaver. Next row down has number 36, Igor Barreto, and he'll be alongside number 15, that's Ryan Brommer. Next row down has number 72, Lucas Martins, and number 5, Kev Shearer. Next row down has Next row has number 88, Allison Rain, and number 4, that's William Brock. Next row down has number 66, that's Zachary Fitzwater, and number 33, Jacob Thibodeau. Next row down has two-time winner this season, Quentin Moore. He and Allison Rain both have won twice this season so far. Quentin's wins this season came at Colorado National Speedway. He also won at Daytona in the Goodies 300. He's flanked by number 9, that's Cat Batson in the Gain Detergent Ford. Next row down has number 26, that's Carson Gum, and he'll be alongside number 93, Laura Chung, the winner at Texas this season. Next row down, Trent Dunham. He finished second at Mid-Ohio, the last race on the tour. He's alongside number 8, that's Rob Evans. Next row down has Keith Batson in number 10. He's outside of the row. He won this season at Atlanta. Inside of him is Jesse Turner, number 48, the Indy Sector 2 Chevrolet. Next row down has number 32, that's Derek Edison, and number 92, Cement Oscon. Next row down has number 74, that's Daniel Bouchard, and number 44, that is Cole Quebe. Next row down has number 1, Daniel Getrock, and number 27, Nathan Orman. Next row down has number 1, next row down has number 62, Zach Winkle, and 99, Dylan Abrahamian. Next row down after that would be numbers 24, Charles Sanford, and 22, Jeff Scott. And starting shotgun on the field would be number 37, Muhammad Abdullah, and number 63, Connor Breton. So that's your starting lineups for today's running of the Feed the Children 300 NNSCRA Mello Racing Series event at Kentucky Speedway. 41 laps of distance on this racetrack, a mile and a half in length, with turns are banked steeper in turns 1 and 2 than they are in turns 3 and 4. Turns 3 and 4 is practically darn near flat, while turns 1 and 2 is about probably 15 degrees of banking, I should say, in these turns. So that being said, here you got you got some of the best here up on the front of this field here. Kyle Matthews and Levi McIntyre lead the field start finish line for the green flag. But before they do so, we'll get the command to fire the engines for this race.
Gentlemen, start your engine!
Command given the fire the engines as we get some racing here today. As the pace car leads the field off of the pit road for the pace lap, and we'll be back for the start of the race right after this. Pace car about to duck off on the pit road here at the Kentucky Speedway as the green flag is about to fly for the Feed the Children 300. In-car cameras today will be carried by Jessica Shelton, Joshua Osborne, and Cole Deaver. Those will be the three cameras carried for today's race as the green flag flies, and we are underway here at Kentucky. Off the second turn they come here. Matthews has the pole, but has the lead here. But here comes Osborne to the low side, and Seth Cole tries to make the move. He's going to make a 3 wide between he, Osborne, and Levi McIntyre. As they come out turn number 4, Kyle Matthews will lead the first lap of this race here. The Kleenex Winn-Dixie Pontiac. Matthews is the lead. McIntyre the second. Osborne in third. Battle for fourth between Seth Cole and Jessica Shelton. As they come on the backstretch here, Shelton dominated the race at Mid-Ohio, the last race on the tour. On board with Jessica Shelton at number 17, as she wins in fourth position right now. Running right behind Matthews, McIntyre, and Osborne. And there's the roof cam on her machine as she gets the draft off Osborne's car. Now close up in the back of the Great Clips Toyota. Tries to make the move to the inside here, and she has had to back off a little bit right there. She's trying to she's about to get the draft off this 00 Seth Cole, but Osborne's got the draft off the 98 of Dougie Shears. As they come down the front stretch here, 17 and 38 battling for third position here. Last lap speed by the leader, a little over last lap speed by the leader, 186.994 miles an hour, just flirting with 187 miles an hour here at Kentucky Speedway. McIntyre staying close behind in second position right now. So you got two Ohio drivers first and second in this race, with one of Kentucky's own up in the third position right now. In the meantime, Dougie Shears goes low side, trying to get by Shelton for fourth position, and he's got there by about a full car length, and he's got the advantage right now. Shelton tries to move behind, but here comes McIntyre for the lead. He's got some help from Joshua Osborne in 38. Close to come off turn number 4, but Matthews stays in the lead for the time being. This track here at Kentucky, as we saw in practice, though, very tricky to pass here on this track here if you're battling for the lead, at least. Or I should say, battling for any position, I should say, it's very tricky to pass on a track like this here at Kentucky, as we see Seth Cole, Al Lagacy, and Dylan Young battling out for a position right there. James Sykes in there in number 9, in 9th position, say in 45. And then you got Paul Minnick in 10th there, as Dougie Shears now hooks up with Joshua Osborne to try to get Levi McIntyre for second place. Drafting help is kind of helps though a little bit as far as trying to get position here. McIntyre tries to fight back on the outside of the 60 car, and here comes Shelton down low, tries to take position away. So Osborne takes second, Shears will take third, McIntyre drops to fourth, maybe even fifth now, because here comes Shelton to the low side, tries to get the position that's for fourth place. So Osborne now chasing Kyle Matthews for the top spot. Working the 8th lap of this race here. We're about to complete 8 laps in the book, so we'll be just down to 33 to go. Still early here at Kentucky Speedway in the Feed the Children 300, as we last lap speed by the leader, 187.175 miles per hour. So it's Matthews leading, Osborne second, Shears in third, Shelton in fourth, and a battle for fifth between Levi McIntyre and Seth Cole. As now Dougie Shears looks slow, looks for to take to the second position here, and Shelton will try to help him. But Osborne gets the draft off the back of Matthews' car, and he'll keep the second position for the time being. As you got cars about to move down the inside, and we got some surprises up there in the top 10 too. How about the 72 of Lucas Martins, the Detroit Gasket Chevrolet, as he now moves into not second place, bleh, tries for a top 10 position as he moves underneath Stephen Colon in 77. He's got Igor Barreto behind him, and also Cole Deaver in the AC Delco Chevy. Roof cam on Cole Deaver's machine. Deaver clocked the last time by in 14th position. Dougie Shears currently holds the fastest lap of the race so far, 188.765 miles per hour. Igor Barreto right there behind him in a 36 machine. Dipping the apron just a little bit on the front stretch here. That doesn't present any problems for any of the drivers. Like a lot of drivers have been using the front stretch apron as they come to the start-finish line. There's the Deaver, 194 miles an hour to turn number 3 there. There's where turns 3 and 4 are a little bit flat for that corner right there. Flatter than what it is in 1 and 2, as we discussed before here, making the track slightly tricky to run, but also at the same time, as we mentioned, hard to pass. As we mentioned, it's you got to have a little special something to try to pass. And of course, drafting help, as we mentioned, does help at Kentucky, but it's just something about this track that makes passing mysteriously hard. But Joshua Osborne now he's trying to make strides of doing some passing here as he's still in pursuit of Kyle Matthews for the top spot. Levi McIntyre trying to take position away from Dougie Shears. That's for third position, the 60 and 98 cars. So you got third and fourth right now, with a Pontiac leading and a Toyota in second place, the only Toyota in the field. I will add as well. Now Shears looks inside of McIntyre once again. This is for third position. Seth Cole has now moved his way up in the fifth position, and Dylan Young, number 2 car, up to 6th place right now, as he gets past Shelton. Going into turn number 1, back on board with Jessica Shelton in number 17. Turn number 2. Turn number 3 she goes here, trying to help the 2 car of Dylan Young inside of the 60 of McIntyre. So you got about 7 cars right there bunched up together here. That little orange light you see right there blinking on next to the tachometer right there, that's no problem right there. Just the rev limiter light. Here's what I'm talking about right there, blinking down on the bottom. Off turn number 4 here, Seth Cole moves inside, takes position away, tries to take position away from McIntyre. He's got help from Shelton. In the meantime, McIntyre has got Dylan Young on the outside, and Paul Minnick in the 87 car throws his hat in the ring now. The Bellsop Mobility Chevrolet. He also got Al Lagasse there, 45 car of James Sykes. He's one of the drivers that Quentin Morse found. Take a little look through the field right here. Igor Barreto right there getting past Allison Rain. Jacob Thibodeau in the 33 cars in there as well too. Battle here going on between the 4 of William Brock and the 5 of Kev Shearer. Cat Batson running in 20th right now. 21st is Laura Chung. Zachary Fitzwater in 22nd. The aforementioned Quentin Moore, the 89 Racing with Jesus Chevrolet, up to 23rd position. 24th is Carson Gum. Then it's 25th is Jesse Turner. And then you got Val here. We're going on between Trent Dunham and Derek Edison, the 18 and 32 cars. Then Keith Batson right there behind on the 10. As we come down the front stretch now, Edison now gets passed by Dunham, and here comes Batson. He's got Rob Evans up behind him. '62 car of Zach Winkle. Evans running in 30 position, in 29 position. Some big names back here. There's Zach Winkle, Daniel Bouchard, Nathan Orman trying to work his way through the field in the 27 car. Charles Sanford qualified horribly here at Kentucky, as did Ormond and Bouchard for that fact too. Orman clocked 33rd the last time by, Oscon 32nd, and Sanford running 34th right now. There's where the rest of the field's running right now. So if we come back to Kentucky next season, if we do in this series, I'm sure they're going to want to trash those setups as well too for next race, for next time we come here. $23 laps down in the books and 18 to go, so past halfway home here at Kentucky Speedway. It's now Kyle Matthews still leading the race. Joshua Osborne remains second. Then third is Dougie Shears. Fourth is Seth Cole. Fifth is battling for fifth is Dylan Young and Levi McIntyre. As they come down the front stretch now here comes Seth Cole to the low side now of Dougie Shears, who now moves inside of Joshua Osborne for second place. And Osborne has got the high side of his advantage as they come off turn number 2. And he's got it, but that let Kyle Matthews pull away just a little bit in the 7 car. And here comes McIntyre down low on Seth Cole, trying to do a crossover on him. And down the inside lane now comes car 17, Jessica Shelton, as she got a little bit loose. And now Cole Deaver gets around her in the 3 car. So that should move Cole up to the top 10 position now. As he moves up to 10th position, he was to move Shelton back to 11th, maybe possibly 12th, because here comes Stephen Colon on the outside, and he's going to get her. So Cole Deaver moves his way into the top 10 position now, to number 3 AC Delco Chevrolet. Riding with Cole Deaver in 10th position right now. Up ahead of him is Al Lagacy in 9th. Lagacy trying to move and Lagacy on the outside of the lane here, trying to find a way around this 45 of James Sykes. That's the thing with this track at Kentucky, though. The AI has the tendency of having these cars wanting to move in, these cars to have them move to the inside lane here, as opposed to trying to move outside. The outside lane has been the place to pass. We saw that with Cole Deaver, with whom you are on board with, due on Jessica Shelton there, and getting past her on the outside, and it made it work like easy as pie, but. These cars want to have the tendency to move to the inside lane, which is shorter, yes, but as we said on the bank tracks, the outside lane with more banking and more gives you more banking, more momentum, and more straightaway speed. That's what some people don't realize. I mean, yes, the highway is the longest, is the long way around this track here, whereas the bottom lane is obviously the shortest, but the top lane can be the great equalizer at times too. And take a look at Paul Minnick in the 87 car up to the trying to move to the high side. He takes fifth position from Levi McIntyre. So how about the 87 car moving up through the field nicely? And here comes number 2, Dylan Young outside of James Sykes. Here he tries to follow Levi McIntyre in the 60 machine. But still the challenge for the lead is still up for grabs here. It's Matthews and Osborne. Ohio versus Kentucky. For the top spot here, Osborne from down in the southeastern part of Kentucky, Matthews from the southwestern part of Ohio. And I'm not going to tell you which cities they live in, neither, as I said, but. And this track here at Kentucky Speedway, though, does sit almost near the Indiana border, but also sits about a few miles away from the Ohio border, too. So it's up around that area. Up around between Louisville and Cincinnati, to give you an idea. And here comes Osborne looking low for the lead on Matthews. They come up to number 4. Matthews outside Osborne, low side. Matthews shuts the door on Osborne for the time being. 32 down in the books, 9 laps to go at Kentucky. Matthews has started from the pole and has led every lap so far. They're averaging just over 185.5 miles an hour. After 32 laps in this race. There's the fastest laps of the race so far here. All of them over 188 miles, with the exception of 36. The exception of the 36 car of Igor Barreto at 187.97 miles per hour for the 10th fastest lap of the race. 9/10 of a second is the margin between the front 2 cars, though. I mean, Osborne's tried any way in the world to try to get past them, but he has not tried the outside. As we said, the AI in these cars want to have the tendency to move to the inside to try to make the pass, but the outside lane is in reality the preferred groove to try to make the pass. To make the passes, like I said, if you saw Cole Deaver though passing Jessica Shelton, that's proof of the pudding right there. And there's another classic example. Dougie Shears has the high side, Seth Cole moves to the inside, and Dougie has the high lane working to his advantage. But now Dylan Young, though, here he comes on the outside of Paul Minnick. Through turns 3 and 4 they come here, and Dylan Young pulls alongside Minnick, and now meantime the 60 car of Levi McIntyre moves to the inside lane, tries to get past Young, but does not do so. Young still trying on the outside lane off turn number 2. Off the fourth turn they come here. Young tries it again here. McIntyre still trying to help Minnick. The outside lane, though, as we mentioned, holding its own. That's what we're talking about here at Kentucky, the outside lane. Down the high side of the racetrack here. Now, Young still trying to find his way around the high side lane. Now he moves alongside Minnick as they come off to number 4. This is for 5th position. Al Lagasse trying to figure out who he wants to go with here. And he tries to squeeze through 3 wide through there. How about that move at 34 machine of Minnick, or I should say of Lagasse, 3 wide on the backstretch here at Kentucky. Meantime, Cole Deaver and Jessica Shelton battling out for 10th position here as Jess tries to find her way back around Deaver. But to no avail at this point here. But now you're going to come off turn number 4, and now Lagasse and Young are side by side for position. That's for 5th place again. Minnick has been dropped about 7th, and McIntyre in 8th. Going to be close between those 2 cars, the 2 and the 34 for position here. And meantime, we'll be heading to 2 to go this time by here between the front here at Kentucky Speedway. McIntyre moves inside of Minnick now for position, and now Deaver tries to find his way around James Sykes in the 45 car. This prepaid phone card Chevy. You can't miss the colors on that 45 machine, that's for darn sure. Red, purple, green, everything else. And it's not mentioning the neon yellow. Dylan Young finally does get around Al Lagasse, but this is the battle for the win. It's between The 7 of Kyle Matthews, and the 38 of Joshua Osborne. Osborne now tries the outside lane here as they come through turns number 3 and 4. They'll see the white flag. 1 lap remaining. If Osborne's going to make a move, he's going to have to try it on the outside of the track here, as we mentioned. With the AI here, it's kind of hard for those cars to having to want to pass on the outside. But Matthews has got that bottom lane nailed down. Osborne looks low once again as they come off turn number 2. He's got the help from Dougie Shears in the 98 car if he wants it. But I don't know if he's going to. I don't know if they're going to make a move as they come through the 3rd and 4th turns. Now Joshua tries once again through the 3rd and 4th turns. Here they come off turn number 4. He's got the move in the inside. Matthews shuts the door on him, and that's going to be all she wrote. The Feed the Children 300 checker flag waves. The Feed the Children 300 belongs to Kyle Matthews. He wins at Kentucky. Kyle Matthews, the number 7 Winn-Dixie, the Winn-Dixie Kleenex Pontiac, goes to victory lane here today. Joshua Osborne comes home 2nd. 3rd will go to Dougie Shears. 4th to Seth Cole. 5th to Dylan Young. 6th to Al Lagacy. 7th to Paul Minnick. 8th to Levi McIntyre. 9th to James Sykes. And Jessica Shelton just nipped Cole Deaver for 10th. In this race, average speed 185.452 miles per hour. What a finish that was here today at Kentucky as we so 14 races are in the books on the season here as Kyle Matthews gets the win. We gave you the top 10 already. Cole Deaver comes home in 11th position, 12th to Stephen Colon. 13th to Lucas Martins, 14th to Ryan Brommer, Jacob Thibodeau 15th, Igor Barreto 16th, 17th will go to Kev Shearer, 18th to Allison Rain, 19th to William Brocken, 20th to Kat Batson, 21st to Zachary Fitzwater, Quentin Moore 22nd, Laura Chung 23rd, Carson Gum 24th, Jesse Turner 25th, then Rob Evans 26th, and the rest of the order were Trent Dunham, Zach Winkle, Derek Edison, and Cement Oscon, the top 30. Then the rest of the finishing order for you here. Keith Batson, a disappointing day for him, finishing 31st. Daniel Bouchard. For Keith Batson, Daniel Bouchard, Nathan Orman, and Charles Sanford. Very disappointing day for those guys. 31st for Batson, 32nd for Bouchard, 33rd for Orman, 34th for Sanford. So not the days they were hoping to have here at Kentucky. Dylan Ebrahimian, 35th. 36th will go to Daniel Getrog. Muhammad Abdullah, 37th. 38th, Cole Quibi. 39th will go to Jeff Scott. And 40th to Connor Breton. So that will do it here today at Kentucky Speedway. If you like what you see here, be sure to subscribe to the NNSCRA Sports and Gaming channel. We got everything on this channel. We got inner races, we got gaming videos, we got inner online videos. Whatever the president of the NNSCRA, Seth Cole, desires to have for his channel, be sure to check out Seth's Tour Cell Cup Series, which is also on this channel as well too. It's the main series on this channel, believe it or not. And if you want to get in on the fun on the Duracell Cup Series, then get with Seth, and he'll get you going for the next season of the Duracell Cup. Also, be sure to subscribe to this channel for some cool stuff, as well as our other 2 channels that does NNSCRA offline series, the NNSCRA Marvel Studios Cup Series, which is on channel Thrash Maniac 99. That's Levi McIntyre's channel. He's the man who does that. He's the man who does that series, and also subscribe to X8675309-858X. That's Dylan Young's channel. He's the man who does the NNSCRA Spectrum Mobile Cup Series. So be sure to subscribe to those 2 channels for some cool stuff. And if you want to get in on their series, then please get with them on as far as that's concerned. So that will do it here today at Kentucky Speedway. Congratulations once again to Kyle Matthews, the winner of the Feed the Children 300 Mello Racing Series event. And for now, this is James Qualls in the production of the NNSCRA, celebrating 10 years of offline racing at its best. We will see you at the next Mello Racing Series event on the tour at Milwaukee, and we'll see you for the next Cup Series event at Pocono.